Let's talk about how you can begin to achieve more in your next year, 2025. I discovered that a lot of us have this issue with achieving goals that we set at the beginning of the year, or once you enter a new year, you have a tendency to just say, okay, I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to achieve that. But at the same time, if you're not able to put it down in a very specific way, then you're not going to achieve those goals. It's just going to remain a goals forever or an idea in your head. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're discussing how you can how to achieve your goals in 2025. Now, this video is coming to you at this time so that you can begin to look at it before even the year comes to you. You don't need to wait to enter a new year before you begin to act, because we all enter a new year at different times, literally, and also in in real time. What do I mean? People in different continents, people in different countries enter the new year at different times, and you cannot just think that you are the only one, or you or everyone is entering the new year at the same time. Also, people don't wait for a new year to set their goals. You set your goals every day. New year is just like every other day. So you need to be sure that you are on the right path to achieving those goals. Now we're going to look at the smart way to achieve your goals. What are the smart ways to achieve your goals? We're going to use an acronym SMART to define how you can begin to achieve your goals better in 2025. The first letter, the S, stands for specific. Your goals must be specific for you to be able to achieve them. You can't just set vague goals and expect to achieve them. It has to be specific. What do I mean? You want to save 50 million naira in 2025. That's a good goal. It sounds nice, it sounds cool, but at the same time it is vague. How do you want to achieve 50 million naira savings in 2025? You have to break it down to be specific. What do I mean by being specific in your goal setting? You want to become richer in 2025. How do you want to become richer? You need to be specific. Is it in your finance? Is it in your property earning? Is it in your investment? Is it in your relationship? Those are ways to get rich. So you have to be specific. I want to be able to have saved 50 million naira in 2025, or become 50 million naira richer, or 10 million naira richer in 2025. That's a goal. So you need to be specific. You can't just leave it vague. Or you want your marriage to become better. How do you want your marriage to become better? By specific, you can say, okay, what do I want to achieve with this? Why do I want this? These are the things that will help you to make it more specific. So you can now say, every month, I'm going to save 5 million naira at the end of the month. From my salary, I will take out 5 million naira. Of course, it depends on your capacity. It can be anything. You know your goals. So you need to be that specific to be able to achieve that goal. If you just leave it open, you're not going to achieve it. The second letter there stands for measurable. How can you measure this goal? How do you measure that you're getting towards achieving this goal, or that you've been able to achieve it? It has to be measurable. From when I set this goal to now, this is how far I've come. Just still using the same example I gave, being able to save 50 million naira by the end of the year. You can say, okay, being measured is like every quarter, I'm going to check how much I've saved. I should have saved at least 15 million naira. So you're going to measure that goal by how much you've been able to do per time. It has changed your perspective about money. Has to be factored into your goal setting. You can't just um, hope that your goals are going to achieve itself, or that you're going to achieve it just by having it. So you need to bring it down to be measurable. Okay, I used to be this, now I'm this. You want to build your emotional intelligence. You want to build your emotional intelligence. How are you doing that? Is it by saying I'm going to become better with my emotions, just like that? You say, okay, being measurable can be, I will stop yelling at people when I'm upset. That's more measurable. So when you see that you are not yelling again, you can say, yes, I can measure this goal. That is how to set goals that are achievable. All right. Which brings me to the next letter A, which is achievable. The goal has to be achievable. You can't say, for instance, let's use another example. You want to lose 100 kg or 50 kg by the end of the year. Is it really achievable? Check yourself. Can you be able to achieve that goal as you've set it? So you need to be able to check the goal you are setting if it can be achieved. Don't set goals. Yes, you should have faith. For those of us that have believe in God, or have a religious background, you should have faith in God. However, if your goals are going to come to pass, it has to be your responsibility. God has already given you the power, the strength, the wisdom, and everything, the resources, the blessing to be able to achieve your goals. However, you need to be able to put yourself to a task and say, this is what I'm going to do to be able to achieve these goals. If I'm not able to do them, then I'll now go back and check myself what it is that I've not been doing for which this goal has not been achieved. So you need to be able to check the goals you are setting. Are they really achievable? I want to read 50 books in a year and you've not been reading any book at all. How do you want to achieve that? It's going to be very difficult for you. However, if you say you've not been exercising, you want to lose 50 kg, I'm going to start with being able to exercise 15 minutes a day. That's more achievable. And it gives you a sense of fulfillment, a sense of confidence that, okay, I set this goal and I'm achieving it step by. Break your goals into tiny bits. Your goals are, you should have, of course, a bigger picture or a bigger vision of goal, which is like a puzzle. But each of that puzzle has small pieces that need to come together to make the bigger goal perfect and sensible and reasonable and, whatever it is you want to call it. However, if you want it to be that you just gather a picture all at once without breaking it into pieces or putting the little pieces together, you're not going to be able to achieve those goals. So that is what achievable means. You want to read 50 books in a year. What do you need to do today? Can you be able to read 50 books if you've not been reading? It might not be achievable. So you need to not overwhelm yourself with too big goals and don't also set too little a goal, because both are dangerous because it can lead to doing nothing at the end of the day. If your goals are too big for you to even take a step, or too little for you to now be reluctant and complacent, then you're not going to be able to achieve any of those goals. So ask yourself, these goals, are they what I can do now? I've not read any book. I can set a target of 5 books in a year. It looks more, right? Yes, but you now say every day I read 1 chapter of a book. That's more achievable. I give myself 30 minutes early in the morning to read 30 minutes and go through 1 chapter of this book. By the end of the week or by the end of the month, you could have finished 1 book, which is a good step in the right direction. You are able to measure it, you are more specific, and you are able to achieve them. You are going gradually to achieve the bigger goal, which is to ultimately become a reader beyond being able to read 50 books. You want to cultivate the habit of being a reader more than the habit of just reading 50 books. So that's going to help you in achieving that goal. The next letter is R, and R stands for relevance. Your goals have to be relevant for the time you are in your life. If, for instance, you just give birth to a child and your goal is to become an air hostess in the next 1 year, is it relevant for where you are right now? Do you think it is sensible to set such goal? Is it possible? Of course, but is it relevant part time? So you need to set your goals to be relevant for where you are, for what you're pursuing, for what you're going for in your daily lives. Do not set goals that are irrelevant. Check yourself. That is why you need to know yourself, understand yourself, and they need to be in line with your values. Set goals that are in line with your values, the goals that are going to help you to achieve your vision and your mission in life. That is why you are here. So your goals needs to be relevant to your purpose, to your vision, to your destiny in life. That is why you cannot take God out of your goal setting. He needs to be the center. When I mean center, I don't mean he should be the one to give you the goals to set. No. Even the Bible says, many are the plans in the heart of the man, but it is God that establishes it. So it means that man needs to plan, but it is God that will not establish it. So don't take God out of the equation. Don't take God out of it. However, make sure that your goals are relevant for the time you are in. Now, the last letter is T, which is timeline. There has to be a timeline to achieve that goal. Don't leave it open. You need to set a timeline. Even if you're not able to achieve it within that timeline, still give yourself that timeline. When it passes, you set another goal. That's why you need to break down your goals into smaller bits. While you might set a long-term goal, it is important to also have short-term goals. Don't just set big goals that are going to be achieved in 10 years. Set smaller ones that will be achieved in 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, 2 weeks, 1 week, every day. When you break it down like that, you will see that you'll be able to achieve more. But when you start trying to solve all the problems you have, you need to put a timeline to your goals. Don't leave it empty, don't leave it open, don't let it just be anyhow. Put a timeline to your goals and you'll be able to achieve them. And if you are a parent, this applies specifically to you too. Don't let your goals for parenting just be everywhere. Don't assume. Put them down. Make sure that you document your goals. See, All of this will not make any sense if there is no documentation, constant documentation. I don't mean you write them once and you put them in the shelf. You write them and you keep looking at it every day. There has to be a daily comeback to the goals you've set. That is the only way you can achieve. If you write your New Year resolution, like we call it, write your goals for the year, and at the end there is no way to measure it, there's no way to check, you don't do reviews, weekly reviews, monthly reviews, there's not going to be any achievement. In my home, we have what we call a family meeting every end of the month. We talk about what we've been able to achieve, talk about how we've gone through with our goals for the month and how we are achieving our goals for the year. So if you leave it just like that, you're not going to be able to achieve so much because you'll be struggling and you might even forget. So your goals has to be in front of you every single day. That is the only way to achieve them. Because sometimes I can even forget that, oh, I said I'm going to exercise. Because the seasons of life, troubles of life can carry your mind away. So set your goals using this smart way and you will see yourself achieve more. Do something differently. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expect different results. That is insanity. If you want to achieve something more in the coming year, you need to be able to sit down and set your goals with this format, which is make it specific, make it measurable, let it be achievable, let it be relevant, and put a timeline to your goals. If you're able to do all of this, trust me, you're going to have a fantastic 2025 and you'll be glad that you did. So don't just set big goals and write 100 goals. And please, you don't need to write a million goals. You can just have 2, 3 goals on different areas of your life. Focus on those ones. Make sure you are focused on them. And if you're able to achieve them, you have done so much already. You don't need to achieve the whole world. Deal with one thing at a time. Don't be everywhere and setting million, 1,000 goals and then you're not able to achieve them and on and on. So I hope this is going to help you as you approach your new year and as you approach 2025. Don't live your 2025 just like you've lived every other year. Some of us are still in 2021 with the way we're living our life. You've not even moved. You've not experienced something new. You've not tried something new. You've not pushed yourself. You've not evolved. So this is your time to evolve, and this is your time to do something differently by looking inward and asking yourself, what are the goals that are more important right now, and how do I begin to achieve them using these simple 5 steps that I just listed. And if this video was relevant to you, please click the like button, comment on this post, share, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will see other interesting videos. And if this video was relevant to you, you can also check out other videos that we have in line with the one you just watched. Thank you so much for staying through to the end of this video, and I'll see you again in our next video. Bye.